Hi, everyone. Michael Balesta here with you. Hope you are having a good day. Time to check out what is going on thanks to the Cleveland Browns, NFL, NBA apps, and websites. The Browns did win a football game against the Pittsburgh Steelers last Thursday night by the final score of 21-7, but no doubt what took place 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter completely overshadowed the game. Myles Garrett used Mason Rudolph's helmet and hit him in the head with it. Thank goodness Rudolph was okay because it could have been a lot worse. No doubt Garrett warrants a suspension after his actions. It is not something that should ever be seen in a football game. Mason was not blameless either, and the case can be made that he is fortunate that he will not miss a game after grabbing at Miles's helmet and sticking out the leg where it should not go. And that all being said, Garrett lost control of his emotions, and it's unacceptable what he did, and it will cost him big time. Garrett and Larry Ogunjobi were disqualified from the game for Cleveland and likewise for Pouncey of Pittsburgh. As for the game itself, the Cleveland defense played very well. Greedy Williams tackled James Conner for a 1-yard loss on Pittsburgh's opening series. The Browns then marched down the field, overcoming 2nd down and 15 from their own 30. Baker Mayfield threw to Odell Beckham Jr. for 7 yards. Then a short pass to Kareem Hunt moved the sticks to the Pittsburgh 43. On the very next play, Mayfield found Beckham for what was initially ruled a touchdown on the field, but replay determined that the former LSU receiver went down before crossing the goal line. It delayed the inevitable as Mayfield ran the ball in for the final yard, making it 7-0 following Austin Seibert's extra point less than 4 minutes into the game. Juju Smith-Schuster opened the Steelers' next drive with a 16-yard catch from Mason Rudolph. Later, Denzel Ward was called for defensive pass interference on 3rd and 13, and that gave Pittsburgh 33 yards of penalty yardage. The mistake did not cost Cleveland on the scoreboard because Chris Boswell's field goal attempt sailed wide left. Nick Chubb and Hunt each picked up first downs on the Browns' second series, which forced the Steelers into a long field. James Washington hauled in an 8-yard pass, but the visitors stalled on the drive, and after Pittsburgh punted, both teams struggled to find their offense, and the home team got the ball early in the second quarter. Chubb toted the rock, but got nothing on first down. The next play was a Mayfield to KhaDarel Hodge pass play of 41 yards. After Chubb gained 2, Baker went back to the air, successfully targeting Jarvis Landry for 25. Chubb could not find much on the first 2 downs, so on 3rd and goal, Mayfield threw incomplete to KhaDarel and then drew a pass interference flag in the end zone. From there, it was back to Jarvis, who caught a 1-yard touchdown pass, making the margin 14. The Steelers lost Smith-Schuster for the game after he took a vicious hit on the 3rd play of their 5th possession. A few plays later, the visiting side faced 3rd and 1 at the Cleveland 45. Morgan Burnett stopped Trey Edmonds in his tracks for a loss of 1. Then Larry Ogunjobi forced an incompletion on 4th down, and the Browns had great field position. Cleveland did nothing with the turnover, so they gave the ball back to Pittsburgh. Burnett then made another great defensive play by intercepting Rudolph, putting them in scoring range. However, the drive stalled, and Seibert's 45-yard try went wide right. Pittsburgh was on the move as Vance McDonald and Deontay Johnson helped get the Steelers inside the 30. Though Burnett got injured, the defense rose to the occasion on the next play as Justin Burris sacked the former Oklahoma State quarterback, forcing a fumble. The Browns could not fall on it. And 2 plays later, Chad Thomas made sure that the opposition had to kick the ball away as he was able to record a sack. The Browns played it safe with 2 runs by Chubb, and the half ended. Cleveland received the second half kickoff. The former Georgia running back got the ball 4 straight times, which included a 10-yard gain. The 5th play was a short pass from Mayfield to Kareem Hunt of Toledo on 3rd and 11, which went for very little gain. The Browns continued to force takeaways, and the latest was by Joe Schobert less than 10 minutes left in the 3rd quarter on an interception just past midfield. Cleveland could not capitalize mainly because T.J. Watt sacked Mayfield on 1st down, putting the team behind the chains, leading to another 3-and-out. Deontay Johnson was the intended recipient on Rudolph's pass on the Steelers' first play of their next drive, and Demarius Randall was ejected for a hit on the wide receiver, sadly a sign of things to come as mentioned earlier. Mason then went to Washington, which totaled 22 yards to midfield. Burris and Williams committed back-to-back defensive penalties, which set up Pittsburgh's only score on the night. Jalen Samuels grabbed a 3-yard touchdown on 2nd and goal to cut the Cleveland lead in half with less than 21 minutes left in regulation. The Browns' offense showed some purpose. 7 straight plays were called for Hunt and Chubb, respectively, and Landry converted a 3rd and 6, but then the drive was halted, and Seibert missed his second field goal, this one a little further out from 50, and likewise that one also missed to the right as the quarter ended. Though Cleveland let Pittsburgh hang around, the defense kept doing what was required. Pass plays on short yardage failed on 3rd and 4th down for the Steelers. Thomas and Schobert helped give the ball back to the Browns' offense. Bud Dupree stopped Hunt for a 2-yard loss on 3rd and 3 on the next series, and that forced Cleveland 3 and out. Jamie Gillen, who ended up punting the ball 8 times, was able to help pin the Steelers deep in their own end of the field. Once more, Cleveland held, then used some clock after Beckham caught an 11-yard pass. They ran it, but then 2 Mayfield incompletions forced them to punt. The field position game finally paid off as Schobert picked off Rudolph, and 3 plays later on 3rd and goal, it was Stephen Carlson for 8 yards to restore the Browns' 2-touchdown lead with 5:25 left in the 4th quarter. Burris got hurt on the second play of Pittsburgh's ensuing drive. After 2 Steeler first downs, he would be back in the game picking up an interception. Cleveland wound the clock down past the 2-minute warning, forced the away side to call timeouts defensively. Okunjobi and Schobert recorded sacks before the next play was a short pass from Rudolph to Edmonds up to the 28-yard line. That was on 3rd down, and of course after that play, that's what led to the disturbing actions which delayed the end of the game. Once they resumed, the Steelers ran a play on 4th down before backup quarterback Garrett Gilbert took 1 kneel down to end the game. So the Baltimore Ravens continue to lead the way in the AFC North. Lamar Jackson continues to impress, and the team is 8-2 following a rout of Houston Sunday. Pittsburgh has a 5-5 record. Cleveland is 1 game out of second at 4-6, while Cincinnati fought hard in Oakland, but the elusive first win will have to wait another week. In Week 12, the Steelers and Bengals meet in Cincinnati Sunday at noon. Baltimore will be on the West Coast Monday night at 7:15 versus the Los Angeles Rams. As for the Cleveland Browns, they host the 2-8 Miami Dolphins this Sunday at noon. So be sure to come early to Red Rock Bar and Grill. And that is by Midway and Frankfort if you are in the Dallas area, and grab a seat. Tuesday, the Cleveland Cavaliers were in Philadelphia. The 76ers shared the ball better, blocked 8 shots, and nearly doubled the opposition in fast break points. Cleveland recorded 10 steals, were slightly better in terms of free throw and three-point percentage. Rebounds were almost a push. The bench gave the Cavaliers hope in this contest. And they gave a good account of themselves, did Cleveland, on the national stage. They trailed for much of the game, but turned it around by the early moments of the 4th quarter. Unfortunately, they could not finish the deal as Kevin Love back-rimmed a go-ahead 3 in the closing seconds, and the visiting side could not put up another attempt in a 98-97 defeat. Of those that took at least 13 attempts, Tristan Thompson, Jordan Clarkson, and Colin Sexton each were very effective. Love and Clarkson reached 20 points. Thompson and Sexton combined for 35. On the glass, Thompson totaled 12, while Larry Nance Jr. got 10. For Philadelphia, Joel Embiid made half of his 20 shots to post 27 points. Ben Simmons was red hot from the field. He wound up with 15, while Josh Richardson managed to get 17. Thursday, Cleveland was on the wrong end of a wire-to-wire loss at the hands of the Miami Heat, 108-97. The home team trailed by as many as 27 early in the third, and Cleveland was unable to get closer than 10 in the second half. It was a very sloppy game as there were 36 combined turnovers. The Cavaliers bench had a 36-32 edge, were 14-4 on second chance points and 14-10 in steals. Miami was 54% from the field to Cleveland's 42. The Heat were plus 13 in terms of sharing the basketball and had a 7-2 advantage in block shots. They were also better in three-point and free throw percentage. Love had 21 points and 10 rebounds. Darius Garland, Zeddy Osman, Sexton, and Clarkson did get into double figures scoring-wise. Nance and Kevin Porter Jr. made more than half of their attempts, combining for 19 points. As for Miami, they could not seem to miss. Kendrick Nunn was the game's leading scorer with 23. Bam Adebayo totaled 16 points, 15 rebounds, and a plus 25 on the court. Rookie Tyler Hero also tallied 16. Jimmy Butler threw in 14. Sunday, Cleveland got a chance to avenge the defeat against the 76ers, this time in front of their own fans. This game was not close by the time the first quarter ended, as Philadelphia led by double digits, and then stretching it later to 31 at one stage. Cleveland finished with an 18-2 margin in second chance points and were better at the foul line, but not much else in the statistics. In addition to shooting better from the floor, the 76ers were plus 19 in assists and were 10 better scoring in the paint. Larry Nance Jr. did not participate in this game. Sexton led the Cavs with 17. Thompson had 9 boards to go along with 12 points. Clarkson finished with 15. Love had a dozen, and Garland put in 11. Things went south on Monday as the Cavaliers were put on the back foot early on the second day of a back-to-back in New York City and trailed the entire way. Cleveland did not take care of the ball while the Knicks did. Additionally, New York had significant advantages in second chance points, fast break points, and points in the paint. The lead got as high as 27 for the home team. Jordan Clarkson had a baker's dozen while Brandon Knight finished with 12. Neither Kevin Love nor Larry Nance Jr. suited up for this game. On the other side, Julius Randle, Marcus Morris Sr., and R.J. Barrett were responsible for 68 of their team's points in a 123-105 Knicks victory. The Cavs are back on the floor to try to find their way, and on Wednesday night they will be in Miami at 6:30. Then we'll fly over to Dallas for a Friday encounter with the Mavericks at 7:30. They will complete 3 games in 4 nights with a home game against Portland a few minutes after 7 o'clock. And Brooklyn comes to town on Monday at 6. Cleveland enters Tuesday in a 3-way tie for 10th in the East at 4-9. Please check out the Facebook group North Texas Browns Backers page and hit the like button for the latest updates there. The text of this blog is available at http://www.mjbalesta2, as in the number 2, .wordpress.com. So http://www.mjbalesta2.wordpress.com. I'm on Twitter at mjbalesta2, on Facebook at Michael Balesta, and on Instagram at mjbalesta2. Archive videos on YouTube can be found by searching Michael Balesta, Roman numeral 2. If you could, I would love your feedback on the comments section. And if you like what you see, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you so much. May God bless you and hope you have a great day. Take care.